lips, but I kept searching for your trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes, your kisses burn my skin, I feel so empty inside.
Look at those palm trees dance.
Don't want to mislead, this is all you need. Be your everything, yeah, I'll be your everything. Still too soon to feel, please just say it's real. More than just a thrill, not just in it for the thrill. I'm in it for the loving, cause loving needs to touch it. You're pressing on my body, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the loving, cause loving needs to touch it. You're pressing on my body, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love. I'm in it for the love. I'm in it for the love. I'm in it for the love.
look at this camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Leanne. I don't know most of you. Maybe you've seen some of my videos on Smrt. But today I am going to be doing something a little bit different. This is different than what's happened before. So I'm a teacher at CCEL, and right now I have my regular class. And we are going to be offering the opportunity to watch this class. You won't be able to participate in the class, but if you do have any questions, just let me know in the chat and I'll do my best to try and answer them. So this is just a chance to see a class at CCEL with me. Anyways, really, really nice to meet you, and I hope you enjoy. Who is here? Hi, Hassan. How are you? Yeah, good. What time is it? Oh, not so late. Okay. I thought it would be like 2 a.m. or something. Kind of late. Nice. Yeah, at the end of the class, definitely. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Make sure you send Hassan the link.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Explain that to them.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'm just waiting. Jimena's here and Sunmi. Hi, Sunmi. You're new to my class. Welcome. Hi. Did you just move up from level 120? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Cool. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? From Korea? Okay. Are you in Korea right now? Oh, you're in Vancouver. Cool. Nice. Nice. How long have you been in Canada? Oh, okay. Okay, so quite a long time. Okay, nice. Okay, well, welcome. Oh, hi, Alan. I just looked and saw exactly your message, Alan. Hi, nice to see you again. Nice. Okay, so, oh, and Jimena. Hi, Jimena, how are you? Yeah, good. Yeah, good, thank you. Good. I don't know if you guys remember that I told you yesterday, I'm going to be sending you a YouTube link, and you're just going to click on the link, and that's where you're going to watch me now. So instead of watching me on Zoom, so you can see on Zoom right now, you can just see my face, my picture. I'm going to send you the YouTube link, and then you're going to just be watching everything through YouTube now. Okay. So I'm going to send you that link, and then let me just grab it. Hold on one moment. Okay.
We're just testing it out.
Today's just a test. We're doing kind of an experiment today. So we'll see. Maybe yes,
Yeah,
maybe
so
no.
What we're trying to do today, guys, is we're just testing out a new way of broadcasting English to you guys. We want to come up with the best content possible, and using YouTube, we have an opportunity to push out higher quality sound and video, and we can do things like put more production quality into the stream in general. So we're just testing it out, so nothing's for sure, but definitely voice your opinions about it if you want to, and have a good class.
Mm-hmm. And just to know, nobody can see you or hear you, okay,
Yeah.
except me,
Yes.
right? Yeah, so we'll be speaking through Zoom, but with Zoom, we're so limited with the quality and the picture. Like, it's just one video, right? We're very limited. So we'll communicate through Zoom, our voices, and I can see you on Zoom. But by using YouTube, we have a lot more possibilities. We can add more things in. It's a much better quality. So you'll be kind of watching me through YouTube, but listening and talking to me through Zoom. So you don't need to have 2 pages open necessarily, unless you know, on Zoom, you can see everybody else. So you can have Zoom open, you could have YouTube open. We're just trying something. So it's not necessarily like this is the way it's always going to be. We're just going to see how it goes and see if we can like bring better quality is what we're trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
One more thing. Once we have everybody.
Yeah.
They only hear you through YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Eventually.
And this is the link right here, right? Just on this YouTube channel here. Just like literally just send them that link.
No, that's for the song. So
oh, that's the song. Oh, of course.
I
don't know.
The link for the actual.
No.
This one?
No, not yet. I haven't sent anything.
Okay. That's the link to the YouTube.
Perfect. Okay.
And you can explain to them that as well. Because we have 2 audio sources, they're going to be listening to you twice.
Right.
They're going to listen to you once on Zoom. And so once everyone's in the class, you can mute yourself on Zoom.
Okay. Okay, so in my class with Hassan and Sunmi, Jimena, Alessandra, you can see this YouTube link in the chat. So you guys can open that one and then you'll be able to see, you'll see my lesson through there. So nothing's really changing except you're just looking at me through YouTube. Like that's really the only difference. So everything else is pretty much the same, right? But again, it's an experiment, so you have to, like any questions, just let me know. Like I'm still learning about this as well. So we're gonna do this together and Julian is gonna help us. Hi, Christina. Hi, how are you? Sure. Today's just an experiment. So we're just going to test and see. And if it goes really well, we might do it again. If it doesn't go well, then we might not. So yeah, we're just experimenting. But nobody on YouTube can see or hear you. Okay? Like your privacy is totally protected. Yeah. Hi, Christina. In the chat, there is a link to YouTube. I need you to open that link, and that's where you're going to watch me through there. Okay. All right, guys. So let's see. All right, Julian, I need you. No. But like right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
Can they still see me? That's
Yes.
right.
This is what.
Right. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's okay. That
So
makes
what do
sense.
you want to do?
Right now, I would like to chat to my Zoom students for a little bit,
So.
but I feel like that might.
What? Oh, that's fine. They don't care.
Okay. So that's Zoom. I'm not there, but if I click here, that's what everyone can see right now.
Yes.
So if I
On the
want these
link.
guys to not see anything,
If you
I'm
want
gonna
them to not see anything, then we're going to be right back. So you can explain why. I'm going to pop out for a little bit because I'm going to have my morning conversation, my regular class, and then I'll be
Okay.
kind of thing, okay?
Okay. Cool.
And then you slide that across.
Okay.
And
All right. Okay. Cool. 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 Okay, so to anybody watching on YouTube right now, I'm just going to have a little conversation with my students. So
Your students are also.
say that again. I'm sorry, another
So-
student was asking me a question at the same time.
Students.
So if we put be right back, that's all they're going to see. So then I'd have to switch over to Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, just for a moment.
Okay.
Is that going to be an issue?
try it.
See how it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So as I said, guys, I'm just going to talk to my students in my class for a little bit. We will be right back with the lesson, but we're just going to take about 5 minutes for me to say hi to them, and we'll be back. Okay. So thank you for waiting, and we'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay, so guys okay, can you see me on YouTube now? Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, good, good, good. All right, so I think we should take a few minutes just to introduce ourselves because we have 2 new students today. Again, guys, if you have cameras, please put them on. As much as your names are beautiful to look at, it would be nice to see your faces. Yay, thank you. Oh, we have 2 Jimenas. That's interesting. I think Jimena's having some crazy Wi-Fi issues. All right, so again, yes, Yoxi and Sunmi. Yeah, oh, hi, Sunmi. Hi, nice to see you. Hello, hello. Jimena, your hair looks beautifully red again today. I love this color for you. Very nice. I like it. Hi, Yoxi. Nice to meet you. And guys, if you can see Lane at the bottom.
My room is a little a mess.
That's okay. My room is really messy too.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. It's fine. Nobody's judging. It's totally fine. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes,
can
sure.
you send us again the
Oh, yeah, sure.
because I changed.
Okay. Yeah, let me send it again. There we go. Oh, wait, I'm sending it privately to Christina. That's why. Okay. Do you have it now? Yeah, cool. Nice, nice, nice. So I think let's take a few minutes and do some introductions. I know nobody really enjoys introductions, but they are quite important. So I want you to tell everybody your name. Although we can see your name, it's nice to teach the pronunciation of your name. So name, where you're from, where you are, and let me think of an interesting question. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live and why? Okay, so name, where you're from, where you live, and if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? Okay, and guys who are on YouTube, if you want to answer that in the chat, you can. Tell me name, where you're from, and then if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? Okay, so who would like to begin? Hassan or Alessandra, Jimena, Christina? Who wants to go first?
Okay, guys, let's have fun. May I start?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Vancouver, that's my. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too,
Any questions?
Hassan. Guys, any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
By Vancouver.
Why not?
Good question. Why not?
Vancouver, why? You want to see the sea, ocean.
Mm.
Winter is very strong.
Yeah,
Hate
it
winter,
is.
By the way, I don't like snow.
Then don't move to Toronto if you don't like snow.
Yes.
No, yeah. Although, I mean, Jimena, you said if you live in Montreal, like if you don't speak French, like you can, it's okay. It's possible to live there if you don't speak French, or is it difficult?
Yes, actually, yes, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, usually you need
Right. Yeah.
So, for example,
Mm.
all of
Mhm.
the small,
Mhm. Mhm.
usually,
Mhm.
so if you don't know,
But is it the
You
same?
can invite me if you can.
Yeah, you need somebody who speaks French to be your tour guide, right? But Jimena, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I should know this, but I don't. Like in Montreal, when you buy something, is everything in French and English? Because here, like this, I have some antibacterial wipes. There's always English and then French. Is it the same in Montreal? Do they have English and French on everything?
and also
Uh,
three languages. Three,
Three languages. Wow. Trilingual. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, you're trilingual, right? You speak Spanish, French, and English, right? So, do you say trilingual or monolingual? I don't know. I think trilingual is fine. Yeah. I guess it's the same anywhere. Like if you move to a place, even temporarily, and you don't speak that language, your experience is like smaller, right? Like if you go to Japan for 6 months and you don't speak Japanese, I mean, I still think you can have an amazing time, but you can't connect very well with people unless, you know, you meet somebody who speaks English, and like you just miss the experience. But I mean, I guess you can't learn the language of every place you possibly travel to. That's impossible, right? So, and body language is a lot. Like we know language is really only about 30% of your communication. 70% of your communication is body language, right? So, you know, if you go to a place and you're like, like whatever, like you can communicate yourself a lot that way, right? Even without speaking, right? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Hassan from Turkey. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you again. I feel like I've met you lots of times now.
My pleasure.
Nice. Okay, who would like to go next? Any volunteer? Me? Okay, go on me. Also in Vancouver. Okay.
also
Mm-hmm.
the nature in
The nature.
the
Mm-hmm.
I will
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, it is. It's nice. That's why a lot of people really like Vancouver, because it's got such a good mix. There's the city, there's the ocean, there's mountains, there's nature, but then there's lots of modern buildings. So it's like quite a nice combination of things. Whereas some other cities, you just don't get that combination, right? Like maybe, I don't know, like even London, for example. London is very flat. There's no mountains. There are trees and parks, but like nothing compared to like Stanley Park or something, right? So like people living in the city get really tired of the city and then have to travel out of the city to escape. Whereas in Vancouver, if you want to escape, you can just walk 10 minutes and then be standing at the ocean looking at the mountains, right? So you like can escape the city. And we know Vancouver's not a very big city, right? But yeah, I agree with you, Alessandra. I agree. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Alessandra. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Who's next? Any volunteers? Would like to live? Mm-hmm.
I don't sure because
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be
Okay. Okay. Um, Yeah, so you're quite happy living in Bogota, right? Like you're happy to be there, which is fine. That's good. That's like the best situation, right? When you're just happy where you are. When we're saying sure or not sure, we always say I am sure or I am not sure. So you don't use don't there. It's just like I'm not sure, or I am sure. Yeah. Nice. Good. Okay. Thank you, Jimena. Very nice. Okay, who's next? Me. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Canada or Switzerland. Nice. Yeah. Definitely some similarities. Mm-hmm. Good. Nice. Yeah. Maybe just temporarily. Maybe not forever. Yeah. Yeah. So you're okay. Proud Mexicana, but would be happy to live in Canada or Switzerland for a little bit of, a couple of months or years or something, right? Nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi. You can come in. Yeah. Guys, we're just doing the temperature check. Thank you. Good. Okay. Thank you.
I love your mask.
You like my mask? Oh, my mum made it. So we have purple and red. Yeah. Yeah, my mum really likes to use a sewing machine. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's quite big. I think it can almost cover my whole face. Like it's pretty much just like a whole, it's very big. But it's nice. They're very soft and I just wash it and then I don't have to throw it in the garbage, right? It's nice that I can wash it. What do we call something? What's the word or the adjective we use to describe something that we can use many times? Actually, very easy word, very logical word. You know it in Spanish, but not in English. Okay. It is, okay, so we're going to use it many times, right? So the word use is going to be in the word. What is a prefix in English that means again? No? A prefix. Reusable. Very nice. So reusable. So you can use it again, like able to use again. What a magical word. I'll put it in the chat. Reusable. Yeah. Yeah.
Play, replay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, play, replay, right? You could say like it is replayable, able to play again, right? You can like build these words. Yeah, so thank you. I like my mask too. The only problem is we've talked about this. If you wear makeup, which I do, at the end of the day, you can see your face in the mask with your makeup, like your lipstick. And yeah, you're like, oh, this is not nice. Yeah, so they get kind of dirty. And then the makeup comes off the end of my nose. So I've always got like a little pink nose because it keeps pulling the makeup off my face, but not a big problem. Thank you. Okay. Cool. So next, who wants to go next? We have two people left. So either Sunmi or Yoshi. Yoxi, not Yoshi. Why did I say Yoshi? Yoxi. Nice. Okay, so Sunmi, were you studying at the college in like January, February, March? And then you're going to the college in January. Oh, okay. So have I seen you before? Maybe I've seen you at the college before, but maybe January or February. Me?
I've never been there.
Oh, you've never been there. Oh, okay. So then no, I've never seen you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean in January, February there's lots of students, so it's difficult to remember everyone, but okay. So you came to Canada and then started studying online in March.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, welcome. And if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you like to live? Big decision. That's true. Yeah. And yeah, if you could say if I had, so it had means like imaginary, right? So if I had, I mean, yeah, maybe you have lots of money. I don't know. But if it's imaginary, you can say if I had a lot of money, I could go anywhere and everywhere, maybe, right? But maybe not right now in this pandemic, maybe next year. Yeah. And that's why I'm using this this grammar, right? Because really at the moment we can't travel anywhere, right? So we use this as like if it were possible. If I had money, if I could live anywhere, if I had the opportunity, I would live in Las Vegas or I could live in Madrid. I don't know, right? So it's all just a bit imaginary, hypothetical at the moment. Yeah. But not for long, hopefully. Okay, very nice. And next, last but not least, is Yoxi. Yeah.
How I say Venezuela, but I
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Nice. English for better opportunities. Nice. Yeah. So maybe like an international company or something like that. Nice. Yeah. Do you live in Chile, in Santiago? Santiago de Chile. Nice. You, of course, Hassan's traveled here, of course.
I am just Santiago.
Oh, nice. I would love to go to Chile one day. One of my best friends is from Chile. She's lived in Vancouver for a really long time, but she's from Chile. And yeah, we always say, oh, we're going to go to Chile together, and it never happens, but who knows, maybe in the future one day. But my son, I have a 3-year-old son, his name is Santiago. So people always say to me like, oh, is your husband from Chile? I'm like, nope. No, he's not. I just like that name. But yeah, so I like the name of your city. It's my favorite name. All right, so guys, everyone has introduced themselves. I mean, you probably know me, most of you already, but say my name is Leanne. You can call me Leanne. You don't have to call me teacher. Just Leanne is fine. And obviously, I'm the teacher of this class. I'm originally from England, but when I was 16, I moved to Canada with my family. So I've lived 50% of my life in England, 50% of my life in Canada. So like my nationality is a little bit mixed. Some days I feel more English, some days maybe more Canadian. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I think I feel more Vancouver, not Canadian. I think Vancouver can be a nationality. So it just depends on the day. So, guys, we are going to begin today. Today is a really nice day because we go back to Unit 1. And I always love going back to Unit 1. It just feels like fresh start, fresh beginning. I don't think any of these units, like Unit 1 to 12, like there isn't really one that's more difficult than the other. Like they're all similar level, and each one is just a different, we have a grammar topic and then different, like a theme. So for example, for Unit 1, the theme is family life. So we're back to Unit 1, but it's not necessarily any easier than Unit 12, right? They're all quite equal, which is nice. And yeah, it feels like a Monday, like a fresh start. So if this is the first day in 125, which is for Sunmi and Yoxi, you came to this class at a really good time. So guys, we are going to go straight into Smrt. We're going to go to our class and then come into Unit 1. So Unit 1 just says Family Life 01, so you can click there. Okay. Julian, I have a question.
What are we doing?
So we are here, guys. I'm just checking with my technical manager. Hold on, my technical assistant. Okay, so I did make this a bit smaller because I feel weird talking to them and not being able to see myself. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Like I'm not even looking at myself, but I just need to. I need to see me in my peripheral vision a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, so now we're going into here.
Yeah.
But they cannot see this yet.
Not yet.
Yes. So
now
we're going to go
be
to
going
desktop, right?
Desktop.
Yeah.
We're going to put your webcam.
Lovely.
Just click it and drag it around.
Yeah. Okay.
Whenever you're ready, and it'll just pop over.
Okay. Okay, so you should be able to see my, what do you call it? My Unit 1 and then a little video of me. That is what I hope everyone can see. Yes? Thank you. Guys, I like a really strong yes and a no. Okay, I really appreciate a good yes and a good no. So here we are. Our topic this week is actually going to be passive voice. So by level 125, we kind of expect that most students have studied the passive before. If you've been at this school for some time, either in level 115, level 120. So in level 125, it's kind of a review, but I do find that most students need like a pretty good review of passive at this point. So we'll be reviewing what is passive. We'll compare passive to active, when we prefer to use active, when we prefer to use passive. And then we're also going to be looking into passive voice with two objects. So this is going to be including a direct object and an indirect object, which is going to change the grammar a little bit. So that's going to be our focus for kind of grammar or structure this week, which is very useful. And then our listenings, readings, and mostly use of English. It's all going to focus around the family, mostly listenings and reading. We're also going to be looking into instruction, so how you give instructions in English. And you guys will be doing I know everybody hates this word, but a presentation on Friday. You're going to be doing a mini presentation. It's going to be like 2 minutes, and you're going to be explaining how to do something. I'm going to talk about this later on, probably Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow. So you'll be preparing a very small presentation on using instructions. And then we're also going to be looking at some suggestions, how we make suggestions in English, like strong suggestions, soft suggestions, direct suggestions, polite suggestions, unwanted suggestions. And then for the writing, we sort of go back to the beginning a little bit with the writing, although it's really the foundation of all of the other writing that we do. So we're going to be back focusing on paragraph structure, and then we're going to be learning how to write a letter or an email, probably in this day and age, 2020, mostly we send emails, right? So writing an email saying thank you. So this could be thank you for the interview, thank you for the job opportunity, like, yes, I would like the job, or thank you for the opportunity, no, I don't want the job. So just sending an email that's of thanks that's going to be a little bit more formal. Because writing a thank you message to a friend is pretty easy, right? You just send a WhatsApp message, hey, thanks, right? We don't really need to practice that. But like in a more professional setting, we'll learn how to send like thank you, like professional thank you emails, okay? The first thing we're going to start with actually is going to be a reading. And we're going to be starting with reading 1-1. And it says reading 1-1, changing households. So if everyone can click on this one here, you can see me hovering. Click on it. And you should see a picture of a family at Christmas together, which is exactly what is not going to happen this Christmas, but that's okay, next Christmas. And then below that is the warm-up. So we're going to start with some questions here. Now, there's only 2 here. Number 1 is, what is a family? And we're going to look at which meaning captures, which definition captures the meaning. And it seems like a really easy question. Like if I say, what is a family? Like that seems like a very easy kind of question, but it's surprising how people have different opinions on this, okay, of what constitutes family. And even like country to country, culture to culture, this actually changes a little bit too. So we will talk about that. And then we're going to look at this one, which I think is very appropriate for this year, maybe. What are the benefits of living with your family as an adult? And then what are the drawbacks, right? So drawbacks is just the opposite of benefits. So like the advantages and the disadvantages of being 25, 26, 30 and living with your family, like your parents, your mum and dad, or just, whoever is your family. Okay. So we're going to start with what is a family. So I would like to know your opinion on this. So in your opinion, what is a family? How would you describe a family in your opinion? Right. So if you have like 2 people together, they're not married, they don't have children, it doesn't matter. They're still they're still a family. Right. Do you think to be a family, you need to be living in the same house or apartment? No. Cool. All right. What about everybody else? What do you think? What in your opinion, what is a family? A group of people who have the same ancestry. Okay. Okay, nice. Does anyone agree or disagree with Christina? Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. So not necessarily people who have the same ancestry, but people who you love, for example, your friends, right? Like your very good friends you consider to be family. Nice. Oh, that's lovely. I think that's so sweet. I think that's so nice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Would anyone else like to add something, agree or disagree? I want to know your opinion.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It can be your
Mm.
not part of
Okay. Okay, so family.
about
So it's not only about your ancestry. Sorry, did somebody say something? I feel like I interrupted somebody. Did somebody say something? No? Okay, so I think that's a really nice point, Alessandra. So it's not necessarily people who you are maybe biologically connected to, but it's the people who love and support you and support your goals. And they may be people outside of your family or maybe people inside of your family. So you say that if somebody is, say, your cousin, and your cousin doesn't support you, disagrees with what you're doing, you wouldn't consider that family member to really be your family anymore. She's like, bam. It's your family, that's it. You have to love them, that's it.
Different, your mom, or your
Yeah, right. Yeah, like in English, we often talk about like, I mean, when you say family, that could be lots of people, but generally when we talk about like your family, or maybe we say like your close family, we do have the expression your nuclear family, but we actually don't say that very much. We just say like, oh no, like your family. That would be perhaps your mom or your dad or brothers or sisters or something, right? And then anyone outside of that is really considered extended family. So cousins and uncles and aunts and who else? Brother-in-law, sister-in-law, like those are more like your extended family. And I think this is where it changes from country to country and not even country really, I should say culture, because there's different cultures within a country, right? But like, like I know some students from other countries have said that the word cousin is not just the sons and daughters of your parents' brothers and sisters, right? Your cousins can be like people who are not even biologically related to you. They're kind of like family friends, but you call them cousins, right? Whereas I would say like generally for us, cousins are really only the daughters daughters and sons of your, it's so complicated, isn't it? Your mum and dad's brothers and sisters' children, right? Like those are your cousins. What is it like in your country? Your culture when it comes to cousins?
is usually
Yeah, right. Yeah. Cool. Sunmi, what do you think? What is it like in Korea with family? Is family really important? Do people have really big families or small families, or what is it like in Korea? Mm, mm-hmm.
so this day.
Okay. Okay. So families in Korea are getting smaller, right? Because people want to have less babies, right? Yeah. Yeah, right. I think that's maybe like something we can see in many places, right? But maybe more so in some countries. Nice. Okay. Guys, benefits of living with your family as an adult. So I lived with my mum and dad as an adult for 1 year. And there are many benefits and there are many drawbacks. So I don't know if you've had this experience or not, but what are some benefits of living with your family as an adult? Mm-hmm. Sometimes there are no benefits. Okay, be honest. We know that you like to be honest. It's great. I love it.
For
Mm-hmm.
example,
He has or he is? Huh? That's okay. He is 30.
50 years old,
Uh-huh.
and he is 30 for the.
Mm-hmm.
But here in Mexico,
Yeah.
because you don't have the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really difficult
Right.
because
Yeah.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
about my culture here
Yeah.
and
Okay, so the only benefit is that you save money, right? Yeah. I mean, I think that is a benefit. You generally do save money, right? If you don't have to pay rent and pay for your internet and your electricity and everything else, like it can be a way to save money. As you were speaking, Alessandra, I just thought of two expressions. So you were saying that his parents were like, come on, you need to like, in your life, you need to do something, right? So there's two expressions here where you can use do or make. And I'm going to put these in the chat for you. So you can either say, you need to do something in your life. So you need to do something in your life. Or you can actually use make and say you need to make something of your life. So these expressions pretty much mean the same thing. You need to make something of your life, right? Yeah, so I think make something of your life is a little bit stronger, right? Like that's like talking about your whole life, right? Your life needs to be something more, right? Whereas do something is more just focusing on an activity or something like that. But yeah, I just suddenly thought about those two expressions. Yeah. And I know there can be some confusion between do and make, because we've talked about this before in lots of languages. Do and make is the same verb. But just always remember, like, do is to like complete an action, whereas make is to create something. So usually when you make something, there's like a product or a result or something, right? Yeah, which again, like that's not always 100%. But for example, like when you say like I do my homework, you didn't create the homework, you just completed the answers, right? But maybe your teacher made the homework because she actually created that homework for you, right? But yeah, just two expressions you can use there. Okay, so let's maybe do this, guys, now just as a point form. So benefits, saving money. What else? Very quiet. Guys, you're terrible.
For us,
They cook, yes. Yeah, maybe mom or dad is going to cook for you. That was the biggest benefit. Yeah, of course. Come home and mum has prepared you a wonderful dinner. Amazing. Yes, okay. Emotional support, absolutely. Yeah, right. Because maybe you don't know that until you leave and you live on your own or you live in another apartment and then you're like, I have no one to talk to. Right? You feel it later, right? So emotional support, absolutely. What about, let's do 3 negatives or 3 drawbacks. You cannot have a party at your house. Yeah, that's true. You can't have a party at your house unless your parents like parties, right? Maybe.
Like 60 years old people. My parents.
Not like that. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on your parents, right? Totally depends. Okay, any other negatives? And then we're going to get into the exercise here. Any other negatives or drawbacks? Okay, so fight. We won't say discuss. What's the verb we use when we like fight with words? Like me, 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 like this. We don't say discuss. We say Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, right. So they might try to control your schedule, or they want to know where you are, when you're coming home, what time. And yeah, you kind of maybe lose your freedom a little bit. Maybe you kind of lose some freedom, right? Then if you live alone and you can just do whatever you want, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Guys, I think we have some good ideas there. So what we're going to do now is you guys are going to click on the exercise. So in the blue box at the bottom where it says changing households, you should be able to click. And we're going to start with the vocabulary here. I really don't want you to click on the links. Don't look at the dictionary. Don't look at the translator. Just wait. We're going to do this together. This way, if we work together to understand these words, it's going to stay in your mind longer than if you just look in a dictionary, right? All good? Oh, I thought you were going to ask me a question. Okay, so these are the words we're going to look at here. So, yes, go ahead. Uh-huh.
Do you think having
Like your parents being responsible for you? Oh, you are responsible for your parents. Is that a good or a bad thing? No comment.
gratis?
Like, as you mean, like as your parents become older and then you become more responsible for your parents? Yeah, again, I think this is a very cultural thing. What do you guys think? Guys, if I'm changing colors, don't worry. Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Because if I buy some,
Right.
I think it's or
Mm-hmm.
which is my obligation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When it's
Mm. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I wish I were as sweet as you. Right. So your mum has said to you, it's not your obligation to take care of me when I'm older, but you feel like because she has taken care of you, for a long time, or she took care of you when you were a child, you want to kind of like pay back that care, right? And you love her, so you want to make sure that she is taken care of when she's older, right? Okay.
in Mexico, it's tradition.
Yeah.
I like me.
8 siblings?
My
Right.
that big difference age.
Yeah. Right. They're much younger than you, right? Right. Right.
Because we are adults.
Yeah.
I live alone.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm. So your dad's children in his new marriage would be your half Are they step or half? Is that, I think it's, I feel like stepsister, stepbrother, there's no, I feel like step is when there's no connection. Step sibling is related to, yeah, so your step siblings or stepbrother, stepsister, like you have no biological connection. Whereas if you are half sibling, that means you share one parent. So because your dad's children, like because you have the same dad and you have some biological connection to them, they would be your half brothers and sisters or your half siblings. Yeah. Your dad, when he married again, did his wife have children from another relationship? Right, so okay, so she would be your stepsister. Wow, you have a very big family. That's incredible. Oh my gosh. Oof, my gosh. Christmas must be crazy in your house. Yeah. Yeah. So your dad has 12 children, so he probably hopes one of you, at least one of you, will look after him when he's older, right? It's a good probability. Yeah, no, of course, that's a lot of birthdays. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, amazing. Does anyone else have a lot of brothers and sisters? No.
In my case, my mom told me to get sick. It was my responsibility.
Yeah.
Only me.
All of that responsibility falls onto your head, onto your shoulders, right? Guys, if we don't have brothers and sisters, what do we say? We say I'm an, not unique. In English, unique means special. And Alessandra, you are very special. However, if you're talking about no brothers and no sisters, we say I'm an only child. I'm an only child. Yeah, I'm an only child. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, no brothers and no sisters. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
about my family,
Children. 13 children.
children. But she adopted.
Oh.
2 more, I think.
So she had 13 children and then she adopted 2 more? My gosh, my brain explodes. I had 1 child and I was like, oh my God, that's enough. Like, I don't know how people, I don't know. Like, she must have been pregnant, like, constantly. Like, was she ever not pregnant? Just 13 years of pregnancy. Oh my God. Oh. Wow. I mean, yeah, they're like, guess what? I'm pregnant. They're like, yeah, of course you are. It would be a special announcement. Everybody, I'm not pregnant. They'd be like, whoa, congratulations, you're not pregnant. They'd be like the opposite, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh, I just like, oh, so much like admiration to women who do this. Like, I know some women have like 13, 15. Like, there's one woman in the USA, she's quite famous. I think she has 22 or 24 children or something like that, and they're all like, yeah, I mean, I can't remember. Woman who has 20
Children from one man?
from one man. Yep. Is it this family? They were okay. Maybe there's many of these families. Yeah, I feel like there was Sue Radford has celebrated the birth of her 22nd baby. Oh my gosh. I mean, and just like money, like how, I mean, Britain's biggest family. I mean, there's probably lots of, well, yeah, like there's a lot of government money happening.
Denmark has like free child,
Right.
free schools, all
Yeah.
like an allowance.
About Canada or the Canada? Oh, sure. About Canada. Uh-huh.
You have like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Do government support
Yeah.
you of your child?
You get some money. Yeah, you get financial aid. So for every child you have, you do receive some financial aid from the government. And I think it is until they're 18. I mean, it's not like, I mean, like it's depends on, I think it depends on how much, you know what? I don't think it does depend on how much money you make, but I think it's about $300 a month. But it does change sometimes, but yeah, about 300 per child. And then they just send you the money and you can spend that money on anything. Euros. Oh, gosh, I'm not very good with euros. How much is that in Canadian? Hold on. 150 euros to Canadian is 232. Or that's, yeah, 150 euros is 232. Okay. Yeah, so it's like, I think in Canada it's a little bit more, but not much more. Yeah. So if you have 22 children, that's quite a lot of money coming from the government, right? Like, I don't know what it is in the UK. I'm not sure. I've never had a child in the UK, so I don't know. UK child benefit rate. Let's have a look. So if you have 2 children, oh, this is complicated. It's by week. Seems like it's a little bit less. Maybe, 40, 80. What's 21 pounds? Oh my gosh, guys, I have no idea. 21 pounds to Canadian. So that's about $36 a month. 36 times 4 is about, yeah, so I feel like in the UK it's maybe a bit less, perhaps. Yeah, and it's weekly. In Canada, it's monthly. You get like a monthly. And they recently just made some changes. And like, obviously I received money because I have one son, but it reduced. Annoyingly, it reduced about $40. So I was not very happy about this, but I mean, it's still pretty good compared to some other places. And then I think there are other countries that have much better rates. So yeah, in Turkey, does that happen? Do you get child benefit? Maybe a little bit less, right?
I haven't tried that. I'm planning to try it.
You're planning to try it.
Wow, who is gonna make
Yes, who's going to... And you can't try babies. You have babies or you don't have babies. Once you have them, that's it. You can't be like, actually, I want a refund. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that was what I remember from the very, very first night with Santi when I had my new baby. I was like, oh, this is forever. Like, oh, this is scary. Like, I can't take this back. Like, it's going to stay with me for a long time. And now I'm very happy it's staying with me. And I'm saying it, but he's he. But when he was a baby, maybe it. Yeah. But yeah, that realization of like, oh, this is like a long-term commitment. Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with some pronunciation. Let's go through these guys. So I'm going to make this as big as I can. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to close something here. I'm just checking time. Okay, so good. I'm going to move that here. I'll make that a bit bigger. Okay, so let's go through these. I want you to tell me the pronunciation and the part of speech. So are they things? Are they nouns? Are they actions, verbs, or are they describing words? adjectives, and I don't think we have any adverbs. No. Okay, so tell me about this word. Pronunciation. Can you guys see? Oh, wait, my little screen's in the way. Hold on a second. My little... Yes, marry. Uh-huh. Guys, I just need to move my little screen. Although, how do you do that? That's my question. Hold on. Desktop is that one. Okay, now we can see everything, right? So marry, what is marry? Noun, verb, adjective? It's a verb, right? So you marry somebody, right? We do say marry, like you can use the word, we can say, you know, like they married 2 years ago, although there's actually something more common than saying this. What do we say more commonly than marry? No. Get married, yeah. Get married, yeah. Also, another thing I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to open the Google document because then I can type on the screen. So let me just open my Google Doc, and then I think that'll be easier. We want shared drives, 125. Where are we? Unit 1, back to Unit 1, and then we are going to go to... Where are we? Are we reading? Yeah, we're in reading, right? Reading 1.1. And then I'm going to open this one here. This is better. And then I can type more easily. Okay. So you should still be able to see everything. Okay, perfect. Bigger. Okay, so marry, we know it's a verb, but we know we have a more common expression, which is to get married. This is much more common than marry, although both exist, right? But I'll put a star, much more common. So they got married 2 years ago, for example. Okay, the next few words here, I feel like the pronunciation of these is actually not so difficult, but we will go through the parts of speech. So word number 2, pronunciation, part of speech. Yeah, traditional. Guys, let's speed this bit up a little bit. Let's try to get through these parts pretty quickly, and then we'll get to the exercise. So what part of speech is traditional? Adjective, thank you. Okay, next one, pronunciation, part of speech. Yeah, right. I heard 2 different pronunciations there, which is true. You can say research, or you can say, if I spell that, research, or you can say research, right? There's actually 2 different ways you can say it. What part of speech is it? Noun, verb, adjective? A what? It's a verb, yes, and? No. So, for example, if I give you this... It's a noun. Yeah, we can use it as like a thing. It's an uncountable noun. So you can say like, oh, I have done a lot of research on that topic. So a lot of research. Or as a verb, you could say, I researched that topic a lot. So it's a verb and a noun. Yeah. Okay, next one. Divorce. Yes. And it's a verb. And what expression is actually more common? Yes. Get divorced, right? Oops. Okay, yeah, you could say separate, sure. Yeah. To separate, absolutely. Yeah, so you can say they divorced, they got divorced, or they separated. Yeah. The only difference, maybe separate doesn't necessarily mean legally, right? Maybe they separated, they live in different places, but they might still be married. Right? It's not totally clear. But if you say divorced, it's like legal, signed a contract, like the marriage is over, broken, right? So it's similar, but like not exactly the same. Okay, next one. To care for. Very nice. And it is a... What kind of verb? It's a phrasal verb, yeah. It's a phrasal verb, yeah, because you have the verb and the preposition. I mean, care for literally just means to care, right? It really doesn't have that much of a difference. But if you're going to talk about someone or something, you have to use for. So if you say I care alone, that means, what does this mean? I care. I care, or I don't care. So I care means it is important, or I'm interested, and then I don't care is it's not important, right? But then if I say care for, so for example, I care for him, or I'm going to write another sentence here. So I care for him, I take care of him. So what's the difference between those two sentences? Yeah, he is important. He is important for you, or to you, important for you. You could say both, actually. Yeah, and then the other one is I take care of him. What did you say, sorry, Hassan? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he needs your help, right? Like you look after him, right? So you're helping him, right? So all three of those have quite different meanings, right? I mean, I think I care and I care for are quite similar. But of course, this is about your feelings. And then if you say I care for, it's about somebody else or something else, right? But just, yeah, be careful of those. They can sort of slightly change. Okay, the next one, to live with. I'm not going to ask you about pronunciation because that's too easy, but it is a... Not a noun, it's a verb. No, to live with. It's a verb, right? And it is a phrasal verb, to live with. So in many other languages, there is one verb that means this, right? And the reason why I'm telling you this is I've had this question lots of times, especially with Spanish speakers or French speakers or Portuguese speakers, the verb this one, or it looks something similar to this, something like this. I don't know about Turkish, I'm not sure, and I don't know about Korean, but maybe. So yeah, I've just had this question lots of times. So yeah, in English we say to live with, right? It's in two words, to live with, right? So I live with my parents, right? You could also say something like, oh, he is difficult to live with, right? Like it's not a nice experience living. Maybe he's very noisy or plays lots of loud music or something like that, right? Okay, next one, pronunciation. Norm, what is it? Verb, noun, adjective? It's a noun, right? What is the adjective to this word? Normal, right? So yeah, noun is, I don't know if you've ever used this before, but we say something like, for example, in my country, it is, no wait, hold on. In my country, living with your parents until marriage is the norm. Or you can say is normal, right? Is normal is definitely more common, right? Like is normal, of course, is much more common, and you guys use that word all the time. You can say the norm, it's like slightly more, you know, fancy. But you can say it, it's fine. So that's the norm. Okay. Let's go to the last four. So single parent, of course, I think that's really obvious what it means. So a single parent is, how would you describe it in a sentence? Very nice. A person who has a child and is divorced, or maybe, I mean, there could be lots of different situations, divorced or separated usually. Right? Or maybe that person chose to adopt a baby or, you know, like use a donor or something, right? Like there's lots of different reasons why you might just be one parent, right? And it can be man or woman, right? Maybe your partner, I don't know, has died. That's not very nice, but you know, it might happen. Next one. Okay, this is a very interesting verb. I think it's interesting. You might not think it's interesting. That's okay. But it has two different meanings here, and it's all, the meaning changes depending on whether you have an object or not. So you could say, for example, something like the price was raised, for example. Yeah. Or you can say, where were you raised? Right. So what's the difference here? Yeah, sure. Moving up. Bless you. Increase. Yep. Okay. And then if we ask it about someone, say that again. Yeah, similar to grow up. So where were you raised? I could say, we often use this in passive, but it doesn't have to be. But for example, you could say, I was raised in England. So that's, oops, like I was a baby and a child and I kind of became a young adult, right? So it's that from baby to adult, right? So I was raised in England. Or you can say my parents, for example, the people that actually cared for you and took care of you and educated you and all of these things. My parents raised me in England, for example. I don't know, right? But you can use it passive or in the active. And then if you use grow up, you don't talk about your parents or the people who raised you. You would just say, I grew up in England, and that's it. It cannot be passive, right? So this one cannot be passive, right? So you cannot talk about the people who did it, right? So just I grew up, because grow up just happens naturally, right? Like, I mean, you need food and water and those, you know, you need basic things, but growing up will happen, right? Whereas raising, that's like a conscious decision. When you raise your children, you make the decisions and you can, like, that's your way. Whereas growing up is just a natural experience, right? And then just the verb grow is only for like increasing in size, but for like flowers. Flowers or plants or something like that, right? Something that get like to get bigger, but we don't use this like not, I mean, you can use it for people, but it's very much about the physical, like the physical growth, right? Yeah, so like a little bit of a different focus on that one. All right, so to raise, I don't think we talked about it, but it is a verb. I think that's obvious now. And then we have relationship. Relationship is a really easy one. What part of speech is it? Noun, verb, adjective. Noun, yeah. And then common law. Yeah, common law. What is common law? If I say we...
They are not married.
Right, so they, I don't know who they is, but yes, people, they are not married.
They are not.
But they live together, yeah, right? So they're not married, they live together, and like, I think in Canada, I think it's 2 years, 1 year, 2 year for common law. Oh, really?
I think it's 6 months.
No way. Really? Yeah, okay. When are you,
How many?
6? That's nothing.
6 months.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Living with each other under the same address.
If you're a common law, you must have lived together for a minimum period of time to qualify as spouse. It says 2 years, but maybe that's old. Is common law 6 months in Ontario and Manitoba? Yeah, I don't think it's 6 months. Is my assistant's just going to research this. No, it is 2 years because I'm looking on the BC website. So you are or were married. You have lived with another person in a marriage-like relationship, sometimes called common law. So yeah, they've increased it. It used to be a year, I think. Yeah.
Because I did common law with my ex.
Okay.
I couldn't sponsor.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it did used to be a year because we became common law as well, and I'm pretty sure it was only a year.
Yeah.
Okay, so in BC, if you live with someone, and like obviously not just your friends, I don't know what defines a marriage-like relationship, but anyways, in BC, if you live with a partner in a marriage-like, so when we say marriage-like, that means like similar to a married couple. So you sharing bills and buying things together, buying a bed together. Yeah. If you live with a partner in a marriage-like relationship for a minimum of 2 years, relationship for a minimum of 2 years, you qualify as common law. And common law is like legally, like you have the same legal rights as a married couple, right? So you have the same legal rights as a married couple, right? So like if you're together 3, 4, 5 years and you decide to break up, you could still potentially like need to financially support one another or share things or, you know, support that person in the future, right?
It used to be division of assets.
Division of assets, you're like 50-50. Oh, okay.
If you enter common law,
It doesn't, yeah, which is, I think that's fair, yeah. Okay, so there we go, guys, that's common law.
I have 2 questions.
Yes. Go ahead.
First one, these common laws, is it only about these common laws?
Oh, Hassan, I love political questions. It's the BC it depends on the province. So this is due to the decision is made by the BC government. So it's a provincial law, not federal. So it's provincial law that does this. Because it depends, like each province is different. And then what was question number 1? Only for relationships?
These common laws, is it just
I want to say just relationships. I've never really thought about that before. I've never heard it in another context. So I'm going to say like 99% just relationships, but I will need to do a little Google check for you because I'm not 100%. But I am 99.9% sure.
Other question.
define a relationship.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, again, I think it depends country to country, but I'm pretty sure in Canada, it's the whole way across Canada. Common law, PC, same sex.
In some countries, it's illegal.
Yeah.
It's impossible to get married.
Right. Yeah, like same-sex marriage.
Canada, by the way?
Hassan, everything's legal in Canada. What's not legal in Canada? No, that's not true, but almost everything. So yeah, in BC, again, Canada's very separated. Like we do have law that's federal, meaning like for every province, but many laws in Canada are really divided. The same as the USA, right? Like provinces and states like often have their own rules. So it says BC BC spousal support law recognizes common law relationships between same-sex couples. So yeah, it's the same. And then, yeah, same-sex marriage is also legal in Canada. Same-sex marriage law. Yes, it's not. Yeah, actually, yeah. Argentina. Yeah, so I mean, like there's like lots of countries, yes, and then still countries that say no, right? But yeah, in BC, Canada, yes. Why is The Simpsons here? I have no idea. don't know why. I feel like The Simpsons is coming. Ah. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. Did I answer everybody's question? Yeah? Okay, good.
I think the relationship is
Mm. Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah. Yeah. With like a friend, yeah.
a boss
Right.
or with a coworker.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
the relation
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Like, yeah, you can have like a good relationship between, yeah, like a boss or a friend or a neighbor, or it doesn't just have to be, yeah, relationships can be between anybody, right? Like there's different, like we often say like relationships, or we might say like a romantic relationship if it's romantic. You can also just say like a friendly relationship. What else could you say? Platonic? I never say this, but is that platonic? Platonic. Is that the word I'm looking for? Like where it's like not romantic?
love
Yeah, exactly. Platonic marriage. Oh, okay, that's a different thing. Yeah. I do that every day at some point, so yeah. Yeah, I'm banned from I should be banned from Google. Yeah. Okay, guys, we have actually 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes until lunchtime. 4 minutes. So let's try, and you can work individually, and we can go try to fill in these the blank with one of the words above. Be careful, you may need to change. So this is an adjective, but you might need to use it as a noun, right? So you need to be very careful. So try to finish this exercise. And then after lunchtime, we'll check the answers together. And this A should not be there. Just, you can delete that in number 2 when it says and A, 2 or 3 kids, just delete the A. Oh, wait, you don't have access. You have this in your Google lesson, right? Yeah. You can continue to do this in your, in the Smrt page. Same though. Yeah. So now say goodbye to the YouTubey people. Yeah. Outro. Oh, I've never done an outro before. So can I just... That one? I just want to be so good at it, and I feel like I'm not, and it's making me sad. Is this on the OBC thingy?
This guy.
Okay, I will get this. I will, I promise. Will I say see you tomorrow, or just see you again? Okay, to everybody who is watching on YouTube right now, thank you so much for watching. This today was something a little bit new, so hopefully you enjoyed and you learned something. Leave any questions if you have any, and yeah, thanks so much, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye. And